everybody, and welcome into the broadcast. Joey Wright in with you as we present continuing live coverage of the 2020 Tradition Companies NIT Tournament. Coming at you from Vadnais Heights, Minnesota, we are presenting a matchup of two 16U teams. On deck, it's MSP Gray and Valley Thunder 16U. Just about, probably 60 seconds away from puck drop, maybe a little bit more as they conclude their warm-up periods. And again, I am Joey Wright, happy to be in with you this afternoon. We've seen these teams throughout the tournament. MSP Gray last played last night. Tough draw against Little Caesars 16U, or 16U I should say. Little Caesars trailed most of the game, tacked on 2 goals in the last minute, and tied it up at 3. No overtime in the NIT tournament, so that one ended in a draw. And that brings me into my next point. A couple of things to go over just real quick. We will play 3 15-minute periods here throughout this, and I mentioned that just because sometimes you get to these travel-style tournaments and the rules, regulations can vary just a little bit, but not the case here today. We're going to play 3 periods of 15 minutes. Standard hockey rules apply, so stoppages, whistles, obviously penalties, all of the standard policies and procedures in place in terms of a game perspective. And no overtime is a big thing that we've seen this tournament. Even should the score remain tied after 3 periods of regulation, we will not play an overtime period. This is my first time seeing Valley Thunder. I've seen MSP Gray once, and it should be a fun one in store here, folks. Beautiful uniform matchup. I mentioned on last night's broadcast, MSP Gray and Little Caesars, that MSP Gray, they've got that Las Vegas Golden Knights thing going with those gray uniforms and a beautiful black and blue and orange combination for Valley Thunder. So we're underway here in Vadnais Heights. Glad you're with us. 14:45 to play, just underway, and Valley Thunder working it from its own defensive zone. Pardon me, folks, as we work through just a bit of a technical snag. There we go. We've got you now. Face-off as Las Vegas enters its offensive zone. And some work down there in the net. Digging around, goes behind the net now and into the corner. Both teams fighting. Las Vegas, pardon me, MSP Gray, I'm going to make that mistake all game long. Vegas-style uniforms, but MSP Gray has it, and they're moving it around. And MSP Gray, this is a great team fundamentally. They can pass, incredibly skilled, so they're going to make it tough for Valley Thunder here. They've got it in the offensive zone, and Madison Brown gave chase to it looked like there, but Valley Thunder is going to come away with it. As we work the neutral zone. Now shoveled back. And we're going to get the first look, perhaps, at the Valley Thunder offensive unit. See what they can do. First line still for both squads. As they bring it back near the neutral zone, MSP Gray, it's Janessa Gadzik. Foreign Gray. Play moves to the other side of the ice. About 2 minutes gone by here in the first period. And here's a look for Gray. Kaylee Prater. Prater shovels down low. That's Maya Kruger, 16 in Gray. Now back up to Prater. Prater looked back. That was Lauren O'Hara down low, and we'll get it covered. And a whistle. Face-off forthcoming. Take a look at our goalie matchup. In goal for Valley Thunder, it's Kaylee Norman. Norman class of 2022. And your goaltender, also number 1 for MSP Gray. We saw her last night, Alexa Backman. Played very well, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Courtney Stagman either. Stagman played last night as well for MSP Gray and played well as well. Good goaltending unit that they have. Working it in, the Valley Thunder offensive zone. Minneapolis St. Paul, local team, they want to shovel it out. Valley Thunder looking to create a look. Sophia Johnson gave chase to it there, 7 in black. Moved into the Vegas offensive zone. And that's Tiala Saarinen for Valley Thunder, 93 in black. Or pardon me, I believe that was Saarinen. A lot of big numbers on this squad. Nicole Newman, 82. They're around the puck. And into the corner, and up we go. Neutral zone, and both teams still kind of fighting for that first big swing of momentum. Both teams have had a couple of looks. Valley Thunder, back here defensively. Right now, MSP has done a good job of advancing the puck, but Valley Thunder's done much the same. So we'll see how it all pans out. 11-11 to play in the first, still scoreless. Set to drop the puck. And a shot on goal. Couldn't tell who shot it, but a nice save from Backman. And Backman played pretty well last night, folks, I would say. As did Stagman, ultimately. Little Caesars was able to prevail. You don't want to treat that like a loss because they still drew. It was a 3-3 contest. 10:49 here to play. As Vegas advances it up, here's a chance for Vegas. Or pardon me, MSP. And there is another team in this tournament, the Vegas Tradition squad. And I've got to apologize, folks. Those uniforms, and you could pull up a picture. Obviously some cues are different. Not quite, not a mirror image, but essentially that's the same template. But Valley Thunder and MSP here, locked in a good one, still scoreless, just about 4.5 minutes in as we drop the puck. And I'm more concerned with mixing them up with Vegas Tradition than the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Sent ahead and a good chance for MSP. MSP had a good look at that there, and that was Ellie Morrison. Morrison was a big part of the offense one night ago. Oh, and a good look there out front. Maddie Helmstetter. Helmstetter she had a little bit of a gap there, right side of the net, just couldn't poke it through. And now we work it in front of the net, and a nice save, courtesy of Kaylee Norman. Norman, I mentioned earlier, goaltender class of 2022. Number 1 in black, white pads, white glove, white blocker, white stick, white helmet. A little bit more colorful on the other end. Backman has some blue involved, as we'll, I'm sure, take a look at momentarily. Pedaled ahead along the boards, and we'll have a little battle for it in the corner here. Now sent ahead, turnover. Great chance out in front, turned away, and credit to the MSP defensive unit. MSP defense comes up strong. So both goaltenders made to work a little bit here early on. Now we'll bring it back up the ice. And into the MSP defensive zone. Just joining us, we are about halfway through the first period in what is a scoreless battle. Two U16 teams, Valley Thunder and MSP Gray. MSP Gray has had some looks, and they're trying to create another one here. Someone has lost their stick, and that may be Backman. Backman picks it up now. That was indeed the goaltender's stick that was down on the ice. Certainly looked that way. And now we get some action right in front of us. Puck sent back along into the offensive zone for Valley Thunder. Now they'll send it ahead. Riley Reeves there for MSP. As Valley Thunder will bring it up right in front of us. Pardon me. .7:20 to play. Shoveled opposite side of the ice. MSP takes it ahead. Nice little dish off there to Grayson Limke. As we bring it back ahead. A lot of action right in front of us here as of late. And that is a shot wide of the net. And you can see just how scuffed the boards are, especially behind the goals here. A lot of shots gone wide. And of course other practice drills and other, areas of play that have those boards as scuffed up as they are. .641, first period. Glad you're with us. Continuing coverage of the 2020 Tradition NIT Tournament. Joey Wright in with you. Behind the camera and behind the mic here this afternoon, so pulling double duty. And a great 16U game in front of us here. I believe the net came off its post, and it did. Something to keep an eye on is we will have one intermission that is longer than the other, and that is for ice maintenance purposes. They do ice maintenance every 2 periods here at the NIT tournament, and I believe that will come at the second intermission, that 10-minute break. Could be wrong. I was not in here until about 5 minutes before puck drop is when I walked into this rink. I've been on rink 1 all day, so we'll have to see how that plays out. But do note that there will be a one intermission that is about a minute long. The other will be about 10 minutes long. So plan accordingly. 6:15. We'll see if anyone goes into that first intermission, regardless of length, with a lead. It's MSP working it along the blue line, and now it's poked back. They'll have to reset everything. Valley Thunder pushing it ahead. It's Kylie Ligday. And this could be a good opportunity for Valley Thunder. Bailey Brunhosel. So MSP working it behind its own net here. Kind of off into the corner. And neither side really, it has not been the most up-tempo game, I wouldn't say. Both teams being pretty patient and kind of waiting for good opportunities here, and that could have been a good opportunity. Good pass inside from Leg Day, but Isabel Gettle was not quite in position. As we go back, and a whistle. Whistle with 5:12 to play, first frame. Still scoreless, and we don't have shots on goal to discuss here. They aren't being displayed on the board. But it has been, and we'll see if perception is reality, but not the fastest game, not the slowest game, as I believe MSP will register a shot on goal there. I think that kicked off the pad of Norman. Check. And again, folks, working through a bit of a minor technical difficulty here. We play on, being told that some of our viewers may not have audio. We'll get this patched up here. If you can hear me, we'll get this patched up in just a moment. But first left side, a chance here for MSP. Pardon the difficulties, folks. Should have you back now. 2:35 left to play in the first. And again, we apologize. Brief little technical hiccup, but everyone should be back on the same page now, and we've got a good conclusion. Missed a goal there on the other end. I believe the camera captured it. And that has MSP Gray ahead by 1. Bring you back. MSP Gray looking to add to that lead. Down on the other end. And it's brought back out. So now if you're Valley Thunder, you've got to play from behind, but still plenty of time. See if that changes their game plan at all. Maybe if they're a little bit more aggressive, or what the situation may become. Certainly don't want to fall behind more than one early on. If you're MS Gray, you've got all the momentum in the world right now. As we work it in, 140 left, and Valley Thunder has it in its own territory. Now MSP is going to keep it on side, and it's poked away. Nice steal. Valley Thunder, they might have an opportunity here, an opportunity to tie it up, and it's a pad save. Great job on the other end. How about that from Alexa Backman? And now MSP will have to start things over. They quickly get it back into the offensive end, and a whistle is blown with 1:10 left. So with 1:10 to play, face-off won by MSP. MSP looking to add to its lead, trying to get that second goal before the period break. And as we talked about earlier, as Valley Thunder has it patted away by Backman. If you can get that, if you can keep the momentum through the break, you're in good shape. And it's far easier to do that with the short intermission than the long one. And I believe that we'll have our shorter intermission first. Every game alternates, and I'm not quite sure where this ice is at in terms of conditions. So we'll see in 30 seconds. MSP has it in the defensive zone. See if we could get a steal. Nope, not yet at least. And MSP with numbers, with a chance. Blockered away. Nice save from Norman. There's a shot inside. Norman comes up with another big save. 10 seconds left. Puck slides to the other end of the ice. And that'll be an icing, so we'll have a face-off in the MSP offensive zone with 5.5 seconds to play. Could get interesting. Five seconds left. Face-off. 2-1, and that's how the first period will end. Not before a shot on goal, but turned aside. And folks, that's the end of our first period of play. So both teams skating to the benches. Only a minute between periods here, and then we'll get going. The second period coming up in just a moment. And again, we apologize for that brief little technical blip that took me away for a moment. That was during the time period when MSP scored. They lead at 1-0, and not a super fast-paced game, as I said, but MSP looked like they found something late. And we'll pause just a second and get you back. And we've got you back here. The second period just about set to get underway here in Minnesota, Vadnais Heights, the site. 2020 Tradition Company's NIT tournament. Joey Wright in with you, and we've weathered some technical difficulties, folks. Should be fixed here, and I want to make sure that the problems are resolved. Looks like they are. And I just want to thank our viewers for helping to bring that to my attention. Problem should be solved now, and we should be good to go. And just appreciate everyone tuning in this weekend, no matter where you're from. One of the games that we did earlier, we had viewers from Alaska, I was told, in California, New Mexico, Montana, I believe, just all over the United States, continental or otherwise. Thank you for tuning in and supporting the 2020 Tradition NIT tournament. It's been a great weekend as we're underway here in the second and rooting for it along the corners there. Valley and MSP. It's been a great weekend. A lot of great hockey being played. And if you're just joining us or if you can just now hear us, it's 1-0 favoring MSP. They scored during the first as I was looking away trying to address the faint volume problem, but they pushed one across and they've got a good chance here. Down behind the Valley net. Sent to the corner and back out. Shot was a little bit high. And Valley's going to bring it up here. MSP Gray controls. That's Riley Reeves, number 8 in gray. Reeves, Ellie Morrison. And now it's sent ahead to Josie Hemp. Julianne Gazdick up along the far side board. Shoveled it ahead, but the pass intercepted by Sydney Leonard. And now we go across the ice. First one there, Maddie Helmstetter for MSP Gray. It was sent back a ways to Josie Hemp. Pardon me. And MSP just being they're being tactical here, trying to set up an offense, and as I say that, they get caught off sides. So we will have a neutral zone face-off, but they're being tactical here. They're not pushing it. They recognize that they have a 1-goal lead. They recognize you can't stall in hockey. As I like to say, you cannot, if you rest on your laurels, especially so soon, you're going to invite the other team to make a comeback and take the lead. So they know that they've got to keep pushing. They are pushing, but they're being smart about it. They're not pushing the issue. As even we see there, Maddie Helmstetter is able to clean up a bad pass, and not even a bad pass, but just good defense. And gather it back up, no turnover. Shot on goal from way outside. Julianne Gazdick took the shot, and making the save was Kaylee Norman. Good work in the goal from Norman to this point. So we'll see a face-off. Offensive zone opportunity for Vegas. Not Vegas, but rather MSP Gray. And if you could hear me in the first period, that's a mistake I made quite a few times. I want to say 2 or 3. Call that quite a few, if you will. And it's just those Las Vegas Golden Knights style uniforms. And you've got the Tradition Vegas team here at the tournament. Not a great recipe for my brain right now, but a beautiful matchup. If we look at the uniforms, blue, black, and orange for Valley Thunder. Very sharp-looking set. And we've got a sharp-looking game in front of us here as MSP is going to advance it into the offensive zone. Controlling the puck right now is Madison Brown. And Brown dished off to, I believe that was Maddie Helmstetter. And took it behind the ice, and now we've got a shift change, so I'm not quite sure if that was Helmstetter or not. Chance for Valley Thunder. Loose puck and a score! Valley Thunder ties it up at 1. And we have a 1-1 game, 11:45 to play, period number 2. And that was a beautiful shot. Second chance opportunity deflected off the pad of Backman. And Valley Thunder able to capitalize and tie us up at 1. So, still in the first third of the second period. Glad you're with us as we have a new game, a fresh one. 11:25 to go in period number 2. Far side, and Valley Thunder. Thunder working it. They'll get it behind the net. See if they can use that momentum to tack on another one. Sent in front of the net. Looking for the deflection. Still loose. And coming in with a shot at it there was Isabel Gooley. Couldn't knock it in. And now here's a loose puck. Who's going to get it? It's MSP. MSP's going to bring it up, and this might create an opportunity here. One-on-one, moving up. Here's a shot and deflected. MSP, and that was Kendra Destad that took a look at it there, did all she could, but it was deflected away. Back. Top right elbow and an opportunity there. Good shot from Josie Hemp. And now back in behind the net. Here's a pass that would have been in a great position. Went wide, and the first player back to it is Riley Reeves. So now we go up and ahead. And Emma Wendorf. As Josie St. Martin tries to root it out here for Vegas. 9:35 to play in the second period. 1-1 is our score. MSP struck first, but Valley Thunder has an opportunity here. 2-on-1. Here's a look. And there's one in the back of the net. Valley Thunder has taken the lead for the first time today. Rayleigh Carney, 16 in black, gives Valley Thunder the lead, and that was a beautiful shot, folks. Buried it right in the back of the net. And for Alexa Backman, just not a ton you can do there. It was a beautiful look for Valley Thunder. They had two charging towards the net against one defender, and as a goaltender, you just don't know. Are they going to pass? Are they going to take it themselves? And it's Rayleigh Carney. Oh, as we've nearly got a response on the other end. Carney, the goal. So here's MSP. MSP, offensive opportunity here, and they want to get this thing tied back up as soon as possible. Here's a look from the left side of the net. Dumped in. I think they were looking for the redirect. Couldn't quite get it. 8:55 here to play. And taking ahead, Ella Johnson, 77 in black, crossed the blue line with it. Lost it, and now MSP is going to try to get everyone here in the same general formation. Tripped up as she crossed the blue line was Gazdick. .815 shot on goal off the iron, and it's going to go in. Cleaning it up there was Janessa Gazdick for MSP Gray, and we have, I believe it was Gazdick. We'll hold that. It may have been. I believe it was Gazdick there that cleaned it up. I didn't catch who got the initial shot off the iron, but it went straight down and just sat perfectly. Not a whole lot you can do there if you're Kaylee Norman. Good wherewithal from Gazdick to tie us up at 2. We have a game here in Minnesota. Great one brewing here as Valley Thunder will bring it ahead. 7:55, period 2. And up along goes Valley Thunder. .720. Valley Thunder an offensive zone opportunity. We have gone past the halfway mark of the game, reached that at 7:30, so about 20 seconds ago of game time. As it's brought in and ahead, here's MSP. Numbers for Valley, they should be able to stifle this, but MSP's been pretty adept at passing and creating looks that may not have otherwise been there. Of course, the last goal they scored was on the ricochet of the shot, which is a tough, position to find yourself in if you're Valley Thunder. There's simply not a lot you can do to defend that. .625, working period 2. MSP shoveling it in, and there's a shot from the right about 10 feet out. Had some heat on it. Unable to convert. 6:10 to play. And deflected. Here's a rebound. Ricochet and Hemp couldn't quite get it to go. Pad save. Great job from Norman. Now up and dumped in. Left side. Battling right in front of us. Get those 3D glasses out. And here's Johnson with a chance. Johnson for Valley Thunder. Her shot deflected. First one there for Valley Thunder to clean it up is Bailey Brunhosel. And tender went down there. Some action here in front of the net, and I want to kind of lost my train of thought there, but Norman had fallen to the ground, and that would have left the net open in large part for MSP. Clock stops with 5:06, 2-2 game. Off to the right, and popped up. It's going to stay in play. Glove down by Brunhosel. Heads up play there. Valley Thunder still defending in its own territory. Yeah, that puck will slip through. We'll watch it go to the other side. And just like that, that may create an offensive opportunity. Good job on the part of Valley Thunder as Rayleigh Carney, who has scored one of the 2 goals for the squad, got there first. Here's a shot. Puck's still loose, I think. Let's see it. See how they rule this. I think that Backman thought she had gloved it. Didn't realize the puck was still loose. And they'll call for a face-off. I think I saw the net pop off, too, so. They will reset the net. .433 to play in the penultimate frame. Working the second period as MSP is going to try to mount something here. Puck knocked back by Valley Thunder. Good defense. And now sent in. 4:10 to play. .355, shot in. Kendra Destad got the shot up there. Stops us with .354, a face-off, and a wise decision there on the part of Kaylee Norman to glove it for the face-off. front of the net. Trying to put it back in was Josie St. Martin, and Martin with an off-balance attempt there. It was a good look and a good idea, but it stops us again with 3:48 to play. See if Valley Thunder can't poke it loose and try to get it away from Norman for a little bit, as Norman has to deal with another shot. MSP is getting them off fast and furious right now. Don't have shots on goal, which is an unfortunate sequence of events, because I would love to see who is winning that category. Who has more shots than the other? See if maybe they display it for the third. That's happened a few times this week as we watch it go down to the far side of the ice. Three minutes to play. And the MSP crowd, pardon me, the Valley Thunder crowd likes that as they force it back into MSP territory. A little back and forth action right in front of the camera, and now it's shoveled in to the offensive zone. In for MSP and Isabel Gettle. And some physical play there. Turned aside was one particular Valley Thunder player, and that player I believe to be get that in just a second. I think that was Bailey Brunhosel that hit the ice, and yeah, you can see there's some snow on the jersey. And just a physical play there as she wanted to get to the net. And obviously the defender had other ideas. It's a physical game, physical sport. What team wants it the most? That's the team that oftentimes comes out on top. Right in front of us there, you can see him working it along the glass. We're under 2 minutes to play in the second period. As Brunhelsel gets it and tries to help Valley Thunder set up an offensive set. 1:30 to play. And they are shorthanded, I should mention. MSP is, anyways. So it's a power play for Valley Thunder. And MSP will bring a new unit out onto the ice. 1:13 left in the power play, 1:29 left in the period. And now 1:20 and 1 minute respectively. Period and power play. Valley Thunder bringing it up. They have an advantage, 5-on-4. Johnson indicates that she's open. Play won't develop quite to Johnson yet. Now it will. Off the board and to Johnson, 7 in black. She deflects. And it goes over to Johnson as well. Johnson, 77. Ella Johnson and Sophia Johnson. Ella is 77, Sophia is 7. And there's Sophia Johnson working it down low. 40 seconds left. And MSP will necessitate that Valley Thunder get back on side. So 30 seconds left here. 25. And 20 as it's gloved and saved. Kaylee Norman has come up with some big ones, big stops, as has Alexa Backman. Puck dropped. In. Pad save. 10 seconds. 9, 8, and 7. And ahead of the 10-minute intermission, it's sent in. I don't think that MSP is going to have a chance at it. They won't. And that is how the second period will end. So, folks, we're going to take a quick break, about 10 minutes, let the ice resurfacer come out and clean the ice surface off, get it all nice and touched up for the third period, which will take about 10 minutes. So we'll get you back after that. We've got a good one. Valley Thunder and MSP Gray tied at 2, 15 minutes to play. See ya, in just a few. Glad to have you back. Vadnais Heights, Minnesota, the continuing coverage of the 2020 Tradition NIT tournament. There we go. 2-2 tie right now, entering the third period of action. MSP Gray and Valley Thunder. U16 matchup for you. We've got a good one as we're set to drop the puck for the final 15 minutes of play. And here's Valley Thunder bringing it ahead. Bringing it ahead is Bailey Brunholzel. Repelled. And Valley Thunder keeps it onside. They'll look to set up the offense again. As it's centered up with MSP Gray right in front of the net, and they will advance it ahead. So now back into their own territory goes Valley Thunder. And they bring it in. Popped up. And MSP looking to attack here. It's Grayson Limke, 22 in gray, who was over there. Now it goes back, and that is Sophia Johnson nearest the puck for Valley Thunder. Now Johnson has it behind the net. He's going to kick it off to Ella Johnson, 77 for Valley Thunder. And Johnson and Johnson. Now it's Sophia working it along the boards here. Now it's free, and MSP has room to advance it a little bit here, bringing it ahead. Abby Cara. Cara behind the net. And both teams here are just kind of fighting for possession. A lot of work along the boards right now as MSP is going to have the chance to advance it. They will dish it back to mid-ice. Valley Thunder able to control it and not able to advance it as they send it back into Vegas. So the opening 2.5 minutes of the third period characterized by just both teams kind of fighting for position here as MSP is going to have a bit of an opportunity. Let's see, they send it in and it's behind the net, just wide. Pretty good look, and that was the first attempt at a shot. The second attempt patted away. Good work in goal from Kaylee Norman. Ellie Morrison shovels it ahead. So we'll see how these teams react here. Playing with a tie, you know, you find yourself between a rock and a hard place, if you will. You don't want to play too aggressively, that you give your opponent the chance to maybe mount a breakaway charge, as we may see one here. Patted away, great save from Alexa Backman. Or pardon me, Kaylee Norman for Valley Thunder. You don't want to play so aggressively that you give your opponent the chance to mount a breakaway, scoring opportunity, but you don't want to play so conservatively that you don't give yourself a chance to score a goal and take the lead, because you want to play to win. You don't want to play for a draw. As it's brought back, whistle dead. 11:05 to play, third period. Glad you're with us. 2020 Tradition NIT tournament. Face-off won by MSP. MSP looking, and great wherewithal there from Valley Thunder to shovel it out. As it's brought ahead now by Valley Thunder, and Valley Thunder's Rayleigh Carney. patted away. Nice job. In goal now for MSP is Courtney Stagman, so we did see Stagman after all. Stagman and Backman split up the goaltending responsibilities last night against Little Caesars. MSP with a look out front, a look at it. Sticked away, and that was Ellie Morrison again for MSP. She's got it in the corner. And folks, at the next dead puck, I'll have to step away for a moment, go make sure everything is up and running on our other rink. Camera will continue for you, though. You won't miss a second of the action. 10 minutes to play in a tied game. And folks, I will be right back. Just a moment. Just want to go make sure everything is set up on rink 1. But the camera's going to keep flowing. You won't miss a moment. And as I leave it, it's 9:56 to play. Third period. Tied at 2. Valley Thunder and MSP Gray. As we've got you back now, and folks, apologies. Just had to make sure everything was squared away over on Rink 1. They have a game that starts at 12:40. So right about the time this one ends, they will begin. 12:32 local time and 7:10 to play. Tied game. It's going to be an intense stretch down to the finish. Valley Thunder and MSP Gray bringing it ahead now. Valley Thunder. And into the corner, physical play there. And up along the boards for MSP Gray there was Janessa Gazdick. And that'll be a power play for MSP. I think they're going to call Saranen on a boarding call there. So that's going to set up a 2-minute power play for Valley Thunder. 2-2 score, 6:45 to play here. Final frame, no overtime. And Valley Thunder actually, they received the penalty, so it's a power play for MSP. MSP trying to work it. Now working it up top is Gazdick. Gazdick. That's going to be a goal! Juliana Gazdick on the assist from Janessa Gazdick, and that is going to put MSP Gray ahead by 1, 3-2. Comes with 6:21 to play. Juliana and Janessa Gazdick, both class of 2023, listed as defensemen. And it's Janessa Gazdick who puts her team ahead by 1. Back to full strength. That is flipped up. And MSP controlling it. Behind the net. Kaylee Prater behind the net. And we'll have a stoppage with 5:52. They still haven't added the goal to the scoreboard. Now that, and as I say that, they get it tacked up there. So 3-2 is our score. 5:52 to play here in the third period. Glad you're with us. Going to be a fun one down the stretch. Valley Thunder now playing from behind. And they started this game essentially from behind. A quick goal from MSP put them in this position in the first period. They tied it up. And now brought ahead. A good defense from MSP stymies the attack. Kaylee Prater with some nice backward skating action there. Goes over, and Isabel Gettle will bring it up. Gettle flipping. Here's a shot, patted away. And a nice save. Credit Kaylee Norman with another great save. She hits the ice. Patted it away, and then a second effort. It was Ellie Morrison that set up quite a bit of that for MSP. And it stops play with 5:14. .5:10 now bringing it ahead. Valley Thunder onside look. Front of the net. This is a great opportunity. They've got it. Valley Thunder. Rayleigh Carney, her second goal of the afternoon, ties us back up at 3. Rayleigh Carney now just one away from a hat trick. High fives all along the bench. And with 4:56 to play in the third, We've got a game in front of us here. Now both teams have to play to win in regulation. No overtime. We have seen a few draws throughout the course of this tournament. Round robin style. No need for overtime. Gloved and saved. In the net, Courtney Stagman. And all of our goalies here, really that I've seen today, just looking at the whole day in general, have played pretty well. Goalie play's been solid. Certainly Stagman and Backman both for Gray, and then Norman for Valley Thunder. They've given their teams chances to win, given the context of the game here. Sophia Johnson flips over. And loose puck. Here's a chance for MSP. Breakaway stifled. And now they're going to have to stop play as the net comes loose. Breakaway opportunity negated there. Good work from the defense of Valley Thunder to stop that opportunity. Some of our fans want a penalty shot. I don't think, to me it looked like that was just a mess of bodies there, and everyone was going for the puck, and we just had some lost balance, and it happened that Ella Borger crashed into the goal. 4:26 to play here. And MSP working it onside. Great opportunity here. 4:10 and ticking. 4-on-4 for both sides here, so a lot of open ice and a lot of opportunity that comes with that. 4:03 sent back in. MSP's offense versus Valley Thunder's defense. Gazdick at the top, and that is going to be off the glove of Michaela Power. Hope Michaela's okay there, and looks like she is. Yep, signals to the bench that she's fine. And that shot was on a line from Gazdick. Had Power not been there, might have been a bit of a tough look. On we play. 3:30. Still a 4-on-4 for another 45 seconds or so. Clock not winding yet. Clock still not winding. It's stuck at 3:31. As we move it in, now it runs. Still 45 seconds left of a 4-on-4 and ticking, of course. Game time. MSP, as they watch it, rolls along the board, or more accurately, slides along the board. Here's MSP. Onside look here. It's been equalized. Now we're looking for what could be the potential game winner. 2.5 minutes to play. We will not go to an overtime if it is tied at the end of regulation. So these last 2:20. This last 2:20 is it. Shot patted away. Second chance effort. Not quite enough on it. Grayson Linke got there. Couldn't knock it in. 2 minutes to play. Sent in and saved. Pretty easy work there for Backman. Pardon me. For Norman. .133 here and ticking, now under 130. MSP taking it up along the sideline. Call it the board, rather. Wrong sport. In front of the spectators. 115. One goal could win it. It's always tough to answer back when a team scores with this amount of time left. Here goes MSP trying to play defense. It's sent in. Good look for Valley Thunder. Not quite. Good goaltending there from MSP and Stagman. 50 seconds left. Minneapolis St. Paul pushing it ahead. This could be it, and it is! MSP takes the lead. Beautiful shot, Josie St. Martin. And Josie St. Martin's goal with 42.9 on the board has given MSP Gray the lead. 4-3. What a game it's been. And we'll have a timeout called by Valley Thunder. How about it, folks? Josie St. Martin puts MSP Gray ahead. 4-3, 42-9 left on the clock. Timeout called by Valley Thunder, so we'll see how they react. They'll be down one coming out of the break. And it's always tough to respond here. 42.9 on the board. They won't have a ton of time to respond. They'll have to play effectively here. We'll see if they pull the goaltender. And she trots out, of course, right now, but we'll see what Kaylee Norman does should they advance it to the other side of the ice. 4-3, 40 seconds left. Here's Valley Thunder. Do they have one last goal to score? Norman still in the net as they advance it up into the offensive zone. She's still in the net. See if they pull her. Now MSP pokes it free. That's going to make it tough. 22 seconds left. Sent in. And a look for Valley Thunder. They take it ahead. Up and off. Along the boards. Far side. MSP gets a stick on it. 9 seconds left. 8, 7, one more look. It's flipped up. And a glove save. Face-off coming up with a second and a half left. Stagman had it flipped up right into her glove. And we will have a face-off with a second and a half left. Got to be quick if you're Valley Thunder here. Let's see who's taking the face-off. And a quick shot. No dice. MSP wins it. What a game. On the heels of a tough draw last night against Little Caesars, in which they led 3-1 until the final minute or so. They come back, and a late game winner gets the job done against Valley Thunder. What a game it was, folks. 4-3 our final. MSP Gray U16 takes down Valley Thunder U16. More hockey coming up on our website and YouTube channel here. Don't go anywhere. We'll have a game on this rink coming up in about 10 minutes. Game is in progress over across the hall on rink number 1. I'm Joey Wright for our whole crew here. Keep enjoying the 2020 Tradition NIT Tournament. See you in a little bit.